Hi all and welcome. How are you? Hope everyone is doing well. I'm pleased to meet you again. Today we are going to complete Unit 8, Lesson 3. The title, Explaining Something Difficult. So please open your books with me on pages 114, 115. But before we start, we need to know the lesson objectives for today. Yes. The first thing, we are going to listen to a conversation between a teacher and a student. Number 2, we are going to study the form and use of polite requests. And the third, we'll be talking about difficult situations. Yes. So please look with me. Explaining something difficult. Now there's a general question before we start. How much homework do you have each week? Do you have a lot of homework? Now, do you have to use the internet to do the homework? How much time do you spend to do or to finish your homework? Yes. Now, exercise number 2, we are going to listen to a conversation between Carl, the student, and his teacher about his homework. What is the problem or the reason does Carl give?
Track 51.
Please listen carefully.
Carl, wait, did you give me your science project?
No, sir.
I didn't think so. Where is it?
I haven't got it, sir. Can I give it to you tomorrow?
Why haven't you got it today?
Well, we had no internet at home on Sunday, so I couldn't finish it. I had to look on that website you told us about to finish the questions for the project. We have lots of problems with our internet in my house. My mum keeps phoning, but...
Carl, I'm not interested in your internet problems at home. I want to know why you didn't tell me sooner. You knew that you couldn't finish the project in time for the deadline. Why didn't you tell me before?
Don't know, sir.
That's why I'm angry, Carl. I'm angry because you didn't tell me about the problem sooner. I know there are problems with the internet sometimes, but...
Yes. Okay, so we stopped here. Now, what is the problem with Carl? The answer is, we say Carl hasn't done his homework and the teacher is annoyed. The teacher is angry. He couldn't finish the project because he had no internet connection at home at the weekend. Yes. Now they want us to listen again and try to decide whether the following sentences are true or false. If they are false, please try to correct them. Yes. The first one, Carl hasn't handed in his homework on time. Carl hasn't handed in his homework on time. Number 1 is true. Students, try to decide yourself whether the sentences are true or false, then compare your answers with mine. Now, number 2, Carl tells the teacher the day before the deadline that the homework will be late. Did he tell the teacher? Actually, no. So number 2 is false. He tells the teacher on the same day of the deadline. And that's why the teacher was annoyed or angry. Now number 3, he tells the teacher he'll hand his homework in next day. Carl tells the teacher he'll hand his homework in the next day. Again, false. He doesn't mention the date. So we say he doesn't tell the teacher when he will hand his homework in. Number 4, the teacher is angry because Carl's internet connection at home failed. False. The teacher is angry because Carl even didn't tell him earlier that there was a problem with the internet at home. See that he couldn't finish his homework on time. And the last one, Carl says sorry for not having or not handing in the homework on time. Even the last one, false. Carl doesn't say that he is sorry. Yes. Now, do you think Carl did the right thing in this situation? Please, you need to express yourself. Do you think Carl did the right thing in this situation? We mean that he waited till the same day of handing in the homework and then he tells the teacher. What could he have done to make things better? What could he have done to make things better? Yes, I will say Carl could have told the teacher about the problem before the teacher had to call him. Or he could have given the teacher another date when he knew he would be able to finish his homework. See, for example, if he had to hand in his homework on Sunday, so he could go to the teacher, on Saturday and tells him that, teacher, please give me more time. I will be able to finish the homework on Wednesday or Thursday, etc. But not to wait on Sunday to tell the teacher. Yes. Now 5, we have another student in the same class. His name is Ben. But they say here, look at Ben's notes below. He had the same problem as Carl. It means that he doesn't have the internet connection at the weekend at home. The same problem, but how do you think his explanation will be different from Carl? What do you think the teacher will say? See, now Ben, he wrote a note. He said, internet down. And Sunday, science project not finished, late, and he asked for extension till next coming Friday. See, this is the note. Okay? So he wrote for himself that there was a problem on the internet. I will not be able to finish my homework on Sunday, so I will ask the teacher to give me a kind of extension, more days, till Friday. Okay, we'll see. See, Ben suggested an alternative date to finish his homework. When the teacher would not be angry, of course. Yes. Now listen to Ben's conversation, the second student, to check your predictions in activity 5 and how was Ben's explanation different to Carl's. Please listen.
Track 52.
Excuse me, Mr. Sims. Can I talk to you about something?
Yes, of course, Ben. What is it?
I need to ask for more time to do the science project. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to give it to you in time for Tuesday.
Oh? Why is that?
The reason is because we had a problem with the internet at home this weekend. I tried to finish the project on Sunday, but where I live there was no internet connection for most of the day. It's okay now, but I haven't had time to finish the project. Would you mind if I handed it in on Friday instead? I know I can finish it by then.
Okay, yes. In this case, that's fine, Ben. Thanks for letting me know.
Thanks very much, Mr. Sims.
See, students? Now, we say, how is it different? We say, Ben explained that he couldn't finish the homework on Sunday, which is the deadline, because there was no internet connection at home, and he offered to hand the homework in on Friday instead. And even if you remember, the teacher himself thanked Ben for telling him this earlier. Yes. Now, I will move to exercise 7. They say, put these phrases from the conversation in order, and then listen again to check. Those phrases are from the listening, but they say, which one comes first? So if you try to read, the reason is because, could I talk to you about something? Thanks very much. D, I need to ask you for, and E, would you mind if I, and the last one, if, I am sorry, but. So which one, he used first? Actually is B. Could I talk to you about something? 2, I need to ask for. 3, I am sorry, but. 4, the reason is because. 5, would you mind if I, and thanks very much. This is the last one. Yes. Now, they are asking us this question. Is Mr. Sims angry with Ben, the second student? Why or why not? Find the 3 things that Ben did differently to Carl, the first student. Mr. Sims isn't angry with Ben because he said sorry for not having to hand in his homework in late and gave an explanation about the problem he had earlier. Yes. Now students, we are going to move to a grammatical point. It's about polite requests. Polite requests. We use the modal verb could. Could. In the last unit we studied could, which is used to talk about possibility. The same modal verb here is used to talk about polite requests. So listen now, I say, could I talk to you about something? This is polite request. And we have another way where we use would you mind if. But you know, please, I want you to pay attention. We have number 9, the question. Look at the use of English box. What form of the verb do we use after could? See, I'll give you 2 more examples. I say, could you help me? They are asking us, what form of the verb after could? You know, we use the infinitive form after could. Could you please come? Could you please get me a glass of water? Etc. See, but please pay attention to the second one. Would you mind if? Again, this is a polite request, but please, we use the past simple after would you mind if I wanted you to help me. See, I don't say if would you mind if you. I don't say send. I say sent me. We use the simple past form after this expression. Would you mind if? So please pay attention to this. And last thing for today, I want you to perform a kind of, let's say, difficult situation. You wanted to express yourself just like Ben or Carl. Choose one of the situations and try to record yourself telling your parents that you have broken something expensive at home. How are you going to face your parents and confess to them? Or you want to tell one of your friends that you have lost something you borrowed from him. Yes. Before I finish my lesson, please try to finish pages 92 and 93 in the activity book. And that's all for today. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.